What is up, everybody? Bill with Honest Open Permaculture, Hop Farm. I have not done a whole lot to the chicken coop, to the chicken area, to the chicken compost system. And let's see, how old is Wesley? Yeah, about 2.5, almost 3 months. I pretty much fed, watered the chickens, done the bare minimum. Didn't even collect eggs as much as I should have, and I have kind of a mess in my hands right now, so it is time to start picking it back up, getting back into a routine. What's up, boy? And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get this area right first. As you can tell, as you can see around me, the trees have lost their leaves. We are now in winter, so it is now a perfect time to start making compost. If this is the first time you've clicked on one of my videos, thank you. Hit that subscribe button, smash that thumbs up. We're gonna give you guys an update on what's going on in here, kind of show you my negligence, how we're gonna fix it, and fix it. Let's do. If this is your first time on a chicken compost video with me, I'm gonna run it through real quick as I walk through. So the idea is you're trying to move your compost in different sections, different plots. You're turning it, you're giving it air, it's getting water, it's getting moisture, it's breaking down faster. The chickens are help turning it because they scratch through it and they manure in it, so they give it the nitrogen it needs. Because in the winter, it's a lot harder to find your greens and your nitrogens to make compost, but the browns are all over the place. They're right here on the floor. So in this spot, we're gonna get up all these leaves, the sticks, and there's actually little piles of compost here. Here's one, and there's another one on this side over here. And we're going to move those down the wall, maybe even combine them. And then we're going to come in here. This is the first spot where the material ends up sitting after it comes out of the coop. We're going to take all the leaves out of here and shove them into the coop. The one thing I have been doing is I've been putting bedding, which right now is leaves. Hey girl. She's in one of our nesting boxes over here. We got nesting boxes on the walls, dust bath in the back. So yeah, this floor right now has leaves in it. One thing I do need to do is I need to get the poop stick and knock down some of the poop off of the wall back there, the little ramp. Let's go ahead and do that. Your handy dandy poop stick. Yummy. I know this isn't everybody's favorite. It's been a while since I've done this, about 2 months. Some build up. If you want to see the build of this coop, I will drop that in the description below. I actually took, well, my wife and I did, we took down a old tobacco barn, and then we took the wood from that old tobacco barn and we built this. Alright, so we got most of the poop off of the little poop slides back here. These are angled boards protecting the braces holding the walls up. So there's a good amount of manure underneath the sleeping roost, so I may need to take that, bring it out here kind of in the middle and mix it with this. So there's not very much manure out here. Okay. Alright, alright. And I also may just want to leave them in here an extra hour or so in the morning. So instead of just getting them right up early in the morning, getting them out, letting them sit in there and kind of manure, scratch around, and get bored in there for an hour. That might be an idea too, let them do the work. All right, so there's the start of our compost. It's a chicken manure and leaves and sometimes grass clippings, yard waste. And then we take it out of there, we put it in this bay right here. First we put it in the corners up there, and we turn it into this corner, back in here, and then another pile into this corner, back in here. After it sits in here for a week or two, it comes out to here, goes in this corner for the pile, another pile goes in this corner, and it moves down the wall. This is where I stopped with the last pile when Wesley came. So this has been sitting here for about 2 months also. I have done nothing with it. Nothing. This one, and there's one over here. And also, if we have time today, hey kitten, we're going to take the leaves all around the coop inside their netting area, and we're going to put them in this little circle over here that I made last year for a big pile of leaves to sit here and compost on their own and make my own leaf mold, leaf compost. We got a lot of work on our hands. Let's get to it. All right, we got these 2 bays all cleaned out. Now it's time to scoop the compost that's out here. You can see it a bit better now that the leaves are gone. There's a pile here and over here. Kind of hard because of the sun, but there's another pile. Oh, there we go. Right there. And we're gonna combine that into one pile and just move it a little bit further down. Worms. So this was leaves, some wood chips, chicken manure. And sat there for 2 months. This is probably 4 months old. Not bad, not bad. Look at this. Bum, ba, dum, bum, 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 bum. A big old pile of compost. That was all underneath those leaves. That'll be our first use in the spring. Shoot, we actually may put this on the beds at the end of winter. On the first beds we're gonna plant in. Let it mellow out a little bit more on the bed. Okay, let's give you a walkthrough what this chicken compost system looks like now. We got our compost sitting here. Bay 2 is clean. Bay 1 is clean. And Bay 0, the coop, has a whole lot more bedding in it. And what I'm gonna do, instead of going back there and mixing this up some more, I am going to leave the birds in here probably an extra hour or 2 in the morning so they get a little bit hungry and they start scratching around, moving the stuff around. They'll flip the stuff from the back to the front and they'll get bored and start doing stuff. We'll see how good they mix it in the next few days. And if that's not working, then I'll get in there with the pitchfork, grab all the stuff that they're pooping on back there and move it up front so that carbon can get access to the nitrogen and we can start the compost process. Now you may also need to add a little bit of water to have a good compost pile for it to heat up and stuff start breaking down real well. You need that nitrogen, which is in the poo, the carbon, which is in the leaves, water, which if it's not gonna rain or doesn't have access to getting wet, it's not gonna get. And then the lastly was oxygen, is what we just did to this pile back here. While we turned it, it added oxygen. So also when the chickens are pecking through the pile, they'll be adding oxygen also. So last step we're gonna do around here is we're going to rake up all these leaves that are around in this little enclosed area. We're gonna rake them to this circle here, put them in that circle, and let the chickens have a good time in there, searching for worms and bugs underneath of them, and letting those leaves just sit there and rot for a good 6 months to a year.
So now that the chickens have Leaf Mountain to play on, they'll have something to do in this area and not want to run away as fast. Oh, I feel much better now that I have this compost area, the chicken compost condo, all cleaned up, ready to be in full production. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe and the bell notification. It'll let you know every time we put a new video out about the chicken compost system or gardens or anything else. Oh, and smash that thumbs up if you would, please.